So hi, today I have here with me Bob Macaulay, who is a wool worsted fabric expert who has been traveling into England and Italy, Korea, Japan, China, India, wherever worsted fabrics have been getting made for the past 35 years. So Bob, at Roger La Viale, the Rapture as a product, as a range, has been in business from 2014 onwards to 2024 now, for the past 10 years. So what makes the Rapture special?
What makes the Rapture special is that we started with specific components to create the perfect year-round fabric,
Right.
with the perfect amount of luxury and quality to supply to our customers. So this fabric is constructed with a two-ply 90s in the warp, a single 60s in the weft.
Yeah.
It uses a great quality of wool, a Super 120s 17.5 micron.
Right.
It is a four harness, two up, two down fabric that is important for the balance of the fabric so that the garment looks good when it's constructed, and it's got a cool hand, and it's the perfect fabric for year-round weight.
Bob, you mentioned an year-round weight for worsted fabric. So how would you define an year-round weight for worsted fabrics?
Year-round means that you can wear it any season.
Right.
So the perfect weight that we found over all our experience has been anywhere between 250s to 270 grams, which creates a cool enough fabric in the summer and a warm enough fabric in the winter. So you can wear it anytime you want. What makes this fabric also special is that it's washable. So the 70% wool that is in the fabric is blended with a very fine polyester that makes the fabric washable. So you could wear it 10, 15 times, wash it, and press it out, and it looks just the way it was the first day.
Right. So Roger La Viale has been selling Rapture for the past 10 years. How successful is this program?
Well, how successful, you can define it in several ways. Certainly of how many meters were sold, and since we sold over 1 million meters, I think that defines a pretty good success. However, the feedback that we get from our customers, I think, is just as important. We have a few customers that have given us some feedback. There's one customer in Jaipur that tells us that he loves the fabric so much that that's the only fabric that he wears for himself. He has access to all the best fabrics in the world, the most expensive Italian fabrics, and all other fabrics, but the Rapture has been his favorite fabric for many, many years. We have another customer that tells us that he has customers now coming into the store and asking what's new in Rapture, what new colors are in Rapture, and I guess that is probably the best compliment that we can get, is that the consumer who's using this has come to the stores and are asking for this product by name.
Right, right, that's true. Repeat business is always good business and better business in a lot of aspects.
We're looking for loyal customers for many, many years to come.
How many SKUs do you carry in the Rapture on a never out of stock basis or on a seasonal basis?
So we have a total of over 60 solid colors that we run year round, never out of stock. There's a collection of classic patterns that we also run as never out of stock, NOS. And then every season we come up with a range of seasonal fashion patterns that are specific to that season, to where the trends are these days.
Bob, from 2014 up to 2023, we have always run this Salvage, which is the blue and the red. Actually, we call it the Spider-Man Salvage. And then there was a lot of feedback in terms of people who like this different type of a Salvage and people who didn't like the Salvage. So this year we have switched to a much more classic black and gold, in lines with the classic worsted business. So which is your personal choice out of these two? Which one do you prefer more, and why?
Well, if I want to impress my kids, I would probably pick the Spider-Man one. However, because I'm from a different generation than those colors, I like the classical colors. I like the gold, and it gives it a rich and more classy look to the product.
We are still, the design team is still not sure in terms of what they want to do, whether they would run both or whether they want to run. I mean, it's been on for so long. This Salvage has been running for the past 9 years across hundreds and thousands of meters. It is a big switch, and then we have some customers who are upset that we switched and some customers who are happy that we went classic, just like you.
So the question is who's the boss and who decides?
Bob, the Roger Viale design and sourcing team are known innovators when it comes to base cloths, new products, colors and patterns. So when designing a range like Rapture, which has got a lot of history, how is it that you go about choosing the colors and patterns and what needs to get done in terms of new directions?
There's a lot of research that goes into deciding on what we're going to bring to the market. There's domestic research, but there's also international research. We travel to shows around the world. We go to Viale in Milan. We go to Pitti Uomo in Florence. We have also been to the shows in China and Intertextiles. And then we visit many stores. So when our designers and our team visits different cities, they go into shops. They go into different tailor shops. You look at what's in these Zegna stores. You look at what in the fashion houses of the world. And then you come back into your market, and then you have serious discussions with your best customers. And they give you a direction also. You also take a look at what you've been selling over the past and how it's evolving over the next few seasons. So there's a lot of different researchers. We also use Italian design books that we buy every season that gives us good direction and good color. There's the Pantone color direction. So they don't always mesh, but the more and more you look at everything, you start to see some common direction on where the markets could be going. And then we put those together, put it in the collection, and hopefully the customers appreciate the effort that we put behind it.
Right. Bob, Rapture's been around for 10 years, and it's one of the most likely the biggest success for Roger Viale. So using this as a reference, what is your advice to the company in general and to the Roger Viale team in terms of what is it that they should be focusing on in the coming 3 years?
Well, certainly Rapture has been a huge success. It's not only the product, but it's a combination of other things that goes with the product.
Right.
The product itself is great, and that's what our job is, to make a great product, put it on the table so that we can sell. But the service aspect of how you service your customer is just as important.
Right.
Without great service, you can have the best product in the world, but nobody's going to rely on your service.
Right.
So service is an important important aspect of the sale. One of our mottos is that we tell our customers that we want to help you sell more.
Right.
Putting fabric in your store that doesn't sell doesn't help. So whatever we need to do, and we go out of our way to help you, the customer, do other things and promotion and explaining to you exactly what the product is, educating your sales team on what the product is and how to sell it so that you can sell it to your customer.
Right. So that's it from us, from the Roger Viale team, in terms of what the Rapture is, what the Rapture has been for the company, what it has meant for the company. Rapture for us is not just a piece of fabric or a meter of sail. Rapture for us is a range that has been amongst the most successful washable worsted programs in the whole world, and it's a direction for us as a company to always ensure that we are on top of the best product and the best service at all times. Thank you so much, Bob.
Thank you, Mr. Marley.